reliably supplying 20 megaliters of water to Tembisile municipality per day. Major water projects are implemented in Mpumalanga to address shortage of water. The construction of the low-scope regional bulk water supply scheme is underway to supply bulk water to villages in Tembisile local municipality at the cost of 2 billion rand. And this project is going to be completed in this financial year. Amsterdam and Shipmore bulk water supply scheme at Mkondo local municipality. The project is progressing very well and is now above 40% construction. It is planned to be completed in June 2026 with a total projected cost of 550 million. Drake Opis bulk water supply scheme Phase 1A, which was halted, will result construction works and be completed during this financial year. Planning is at an advanced stage. Planning is at an advanced stage for a number of bulk infrastructure projects to be implemented in the next coming years. Ralph Deventer bulk water supply, Msukaligwa bulk water supply cluster 1, upgrading of Mkusu waste treatment waterworks. The feasibility studies on the proposed construction of the Mbombela Dam at Mountain View, it is at an advanced stage. The budget allocation for water, and sanitation infrastructure grant for the 2025-26 financial year is 585,992 million. We aim to increase the tourism industry's contribution to our GDP from 5.8% to 8%. The province plans to increase public and private infrastructure investment through key tourism infrastructure programs, which include, amongst others, the development of a cable car in Maripskop, waterway, the Babaton Makonja World Heritage Site, and many more others. The introduction of these new products in the market will increase our market value from 21.6% to over 25% and become the lead province on international arrivals. We want to lead, we don't want to settle for the second. The contribution of mining to Mpumalanga GDP decreased from 23.2% to 19.9%, and this decline could be because of the challenges in the logistics and backlogs in the harbors. We are, however, confident that the progress registered by the Operation Vulindlela in resolving our country's logistic crisis will help us to improve our output in the sector, but its contribution is still significant in the main coal mining in Kangala and Gert districts. Mpumalanga depends heavily on coal as a source of economic value, employment, and energy. 80% of the country's coal productions come from Mpumalanga. We are home to 11 of the country's 14 coal-fired power plants, which accounts for 70% of ESCOM's operating capacity. Critical in enhancing energy stability also in our country depends in Mpumalanga. We support just energy transition. There is no person that can stand on the way of just energy transition. And there are so many projects that are implemented here in Mpumalanga that we are supporting. Coal is critical in our strategy to drive both economic growth and development in our province, and in achieving our economic growth target of 3% as announced by the President in his SONA. While we support just energy transition, we also support a research on carbon capture, which is being explored in its viability towards mitigating carbon emissions in the region. I know that mining companies are here, and I'm also going to engage with you on the 7th, but not on the mining indaba. It's not the mining indaba, but I'm coming to address you. We want to invite mining companies that stand to benefit from this research to assist in funding this initiative in the spirit of district development model. Honorable Speaker and members, I am deliberately retelling my debate on SONA to demonstrate that I was not grandstanding. I'm a man of his way. Honorable Speaker and members, commitments were made by my predecessor, the former Premier, on the 2024 SOPA, and myself on the opening of the legislature. We always promised less, and we did not disappoint at all. Indeed, Madam Speaker and members, we have completed almost all the projects that we promised to complete. The programs aimed at improving the quality of life of the most vulnerable sectors of our society, regardless of race, class, or creed. We have expanded access to basic services, housing, education and skill, health, food security, safety and security, social and economic infrastructure, and economic growth. These projects include, amongst others, Middelburg Hospital. We have completed clinic, community health centers in Castile, Kanyamazana, Otley, Driekopies, Botleng, and installed CT scan units in Witbank and Rob Ferreira Hospital, thereby reducing the number of child mortality and maternal mortality in the province. We have managed to complete and hand over the following new schools, that is Magogeni Primary School, Mpumalanga Primary School, New Clarnet Mbatini, New Donkop School, Msholozi Primary School, Inhlelento, Mpisi, Jamia, Spukuse 2 Secondary School, Fulani Primary School, Moralek Combined School, Mapaleni Primary School, and Pilo Primary School. The following schools are under construction, while others are earmarked to be constructed during this financial year. Long-term Secondary, Rockdale Extension 24 Primary, Chayaza Secondary School, Didimalo Primary School, New Perdekop Secondary School, New Emelo Secondary School, Silulu Secondary School, Mokibe Secondary School, and George Mayo School, and others. In total, we will be constructing 29 schools in this financial year. The government has ensured provision of additional classrooms in overcrowded areas, and to that effect, the implementing agent is finalizing the evaluation process on the appointment of contractors for the additional 40 classrooms in Bombela. We have completed a total of 576 houses since last financial year to date as follows. Emakhazeni, 205 houses in Madala, Sakele, and Gugule too. Steve Sweat, 370 houses, of which 285 were delivered at Kwazamukuhle, extension 1 and 9, and 88 houses in Rondebosch. During the presidential visit to the province last year, December 2024, President Ramaphosa joined us in handing over 3 completed Welisizwe bridges to the community of Tembisilehane municipality. These bridges have made life better for learners who go to school across villages. Traders now have access to new markets, and friends and relatives can now pay each other visits. We have completed and handed over vegetable tunnels at Dr. J.S. Moroka and in the city of Mbombela, supporting cooperatives in the area. In Gersibande District Municipality, 32,234 households benefited from the upgrading of Phumula Outfall Sewer Pipeline. Construction of sewer reticulation network in Amsterdam is almost complete and will benefit 1,009 households. Refurbishment of Ulukwatini Sewer Pump Station has been completed and will benefit 14,751 households. In Kangala District Municipality, a total of 100,802 households will benefit from the refurbishment and upgrade of Phase 2 wastewater treatment works in Delmas. The replacement of asbestos bulk supply line in Khapatla and Siyabuso has reached completion stage. The replacement of asbestos water pipe to reduce non-revenue water in Botleng has been completed, benefiting 10,070 households. Construction of Tarnet and Siangova Phase 2 link and bulk water supply line are almost complete to benefit 30,382 households. Construction of Murchison Slough to Kwagafontein Booster Pump Station and drilling of boreholes in Marapiana in Dr. J.S. Morocco Municipality has been completed. This will benefit 11,364 households. Through the Department of Water and Sanitation, the province is currently developing a provincial bulk water and sanitation master plan to assist with planning and implementation of bulk water and sanitation infrastructure projects. Local municipalities across the 3 districts are implementing infrastructure projects funded through the private sector, own funding, municipal infrastructure grant, water service infrastructure grant, and the regional bulk infrastructure grant to address water shortages. We are busy trying to address this problem that is affecting our people in the main water supply shortages. Honorable Speaker and members, I stand here to assure the people of Mpumalanga that all hands on deck, we are committed to the cause of our province. We are turning Mpumalanga into a large construction site by investing in infrastructure programs to create substantial employment. Large amount of capital will be dedicated to improving economic and social infrastructure, which include construction of hospitals, clinics, roads and bridges, education and new logistics, We are calling on private sector to partner with government in implementing all these projects since the demand is very high. For the next coming 5 years, we are going to prioritize strategic economic infrastructure to support development and service delivery. This involves inter alia anchor agricultural projects. We are at the initial stage to operationalize the Mpumalanga International Fresh Produce Market. We are supporting black commercial farmers and developing them to be on par with their white counterparts. As part of enhancing the value chain, we are deliberately investing in large-scale irrigation infrastructure projects to expand agricultural projects. We have fully operationalized Mkhulu Agri-Hub to support our school nutrition program. Mkhondo Agri-Hub was affected by storm and we are repairing it. We are working with Dr. J.S. Morocco to complete the building of the Agri-Hub there in Dr. J.S. We plan to build the last Agri-Hub in Komazi local municipality. We want our Agri-Hub to be model centers of excellence and common usage facilities for the benefit of all farmers within the province, in particular women, youth, and people with disabilities. We have initiated the drafting of Mpumalanga Government Nutrition Sourcing Bill 2024, which seeks to empower emerging farmers to maximize the available opportunities in the agricultural sector, facilitating and ensuring consistent market for farmers to supply specific commodities to provincial government nutrition programs. We are in the process to finalize the signing of a memorandum of agreement with the Land Bank and other financial institutions to activate blended finance schemes to revitalize agricultural-based operation on land restitution and redistribution. Ladies and gentlemen, the realization of Maritzburg Cable Car Mountain project is no longer a dream. I am happy to announce that budget for feasibility studies has already been set aside. We must accelerate the God's Window Skywalk public-private partnership projects. We call upon private sector to partner with us to build the Babaton Mkhonto World Heritage Site. We must conceptualize, initiate plans, and implement the water-based entertainment theme park, Waterwaves. We must fast-track the funding model and public-private sector partnership in implementing the International Conference Center, ICC. As a province, using our advantage, we need to champion investment in renewable energies, marking a major shift towards a cleaner energy economy in the province. We need to identify private sector partnership and implement mining and mental technology parks. We must enhance and extend the mental incubation program. The closure of the Highfield Steel has led to job losses, and we are engaging with various investors to resuscitate it. We need to fast-track the implementation of first phase of Nkomazi SEZ. We have since appointed the board and acting CEO. We are prioritizing township and rural economy. A study will be conducted that will be hasten the implementation of the township and rural economy, including the resuscitation of the industrial park. We need to revisit revitalization of the social enterprise development program and implement it in all government infrastructure programs. We should engage with SOSOL. I'm happy that SOSOL is here. We want to invite you from this podium to a meeting so that we will engage you more on the petrochemical industrial park. Honorable Speaker and members, there are many government buildings that are lying unused and are now being vandalized. We have already identified all existing government buildings within the 3 spheres of government working through the district development model. We should repurpose and productively use them like Elijah Mango. We must pay special attention and maintain rural and agriculture feeder roads used by our farmers and our rural communities. Tourism infrastructure is very key to attracting and retaining domestic and international tourists. We therefore must attend to it. Coal haulage roads play a very important role in facilitating the movement of coal and other commodities in and outside of the country. Mpumalanga is a getaway to at least 5 provinces and 2 countries working with SANRAL. We must maintain this critical road infrastructure. We have a total of 10 critical corridor roads. While we are prioritizing these corridor roads that support our tourism industry, we must also pay attention on the corridors that link our province with other provinces and countries. These corridors have been identified to improve our infrastructure, but also create foundation for long-term inclusive economic growth. It is such initiatives that turn these corridors into opportunities that benefit the economy of our province. 1,041 kilometers of provincial roads have been proclaimed as national roads. All identified roads have been transferred to SANRAL, with an exception of Akornug to Manyeleti Road, which did not meet the criteria of proclamation. It will be prioritized by our department this financial year. It is important to note that the condition of this transfer is that there will be no tolling. I know that you have got this concern that maybe there will be more tolling. No, the condition is that there will be no tolling and reduction in funding. We are very excited to announce that we have officially commenced with road P171/1 between Mashishing and Rosenekal in the Limpopo border, which is a collaborative effort between the Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport, and the mining houses. I wish that these mining houses are here. If they are not invited in this SOPA, I think we must apologize. We should have invited them specially to come and be part of SOPA, because they have contributed in the construction of this road. Northern Platinum Limited, Dwars River, Chrome Mines, Glencore, Rustenburg Platinum Mines, 2 River Platinum, Sanko Chrome. The P171/1 project is estimated to cost roughly 350 million excluding VAT. These mines are contributing 60% and the department contributes 40%. We thank these participating mines for their valuable contribution in infrastructure investment in the province. The province continues to explore partnership to accelerate project implementation and improvement of provincial route network. For far too long, the maintenance of bulk infrastructure has been neglected. We need to invest in building and maintaining our bulk and internal infrastructure. Mpumalanga is well positioned and suitable for investment in solar farms and solar plants. We must exploit our competitive advantage in this sector. These are projects that require proper planning with clear and vigorous implementation plans. The projects are implementable and it will be easy for province to get funding. We are going to remove the red tape and unnecessary government bureaucracy and make it easy for investors to do business with our province. The time has come for us to think outside the box as directed by the President. We are going to massively embark on public-private partnership for those provincial projects which designs are complete, but we do not have enough funds for construction. We have met a number of private sector partners and state-owned institutions to pave a way forward on building partnership. We'll be signing a memorandum of understanding with some of these companies, which include ABSA, FNB, Nedbank, and Standard Bank, Vodacom, MTN, Telkom South Africa, Seriti, Exaro, NAFCO, Provincial Youth Chambers, and South African Sugar Association, and many more that we are still going to meet. To diversify and build strong and resilient economy in the next 5 years, we'll focus on the following. We are making Mpumalanga an investment and tourism destination of choice by improving socio-economic and tourism infrastructure, strengthen tourism security, and improve tourism marketing. Introduce innovative funding for key strategic economic infrastructure projects through private or through public-private partnership. Will open up the bid and request proposal for the 4th casino license in the province. The responses will indicate to us if there is still an appetite for this initiative. Build industrialization capacity through localization, decarbonization, and economic diversification, including the mining supply park and other related industries. Leverage and repurpose existing and underutilized infrastructure to optimize socio-economic growth. Strengthen SME support as a catalyst for economic growth and provide technical and financial assistance to the informal sector. We must have to pay special attention on the informal sector. Enhance skill development through upscaling of business incubation and agricultural training. Accelerate economic transformation that addresses the duality of all economic sectors and support Black African-owned enterprises. Identify strategic land for economic growth through land acquisition. For us to build a capable state, we must, as a matter of urgency, elevate the project management unit in the office of the Premier. We must establish a central planning forum to be coordinated by COGSTA. Coordinate regular investment program through MER, assisted by a specialist investment company. Anchor Mpumalanga Research Institute, with tertiary academic institutions. On basic education, we need to increase access to education for learners with special educational needs and fast-track the building of the school for learners with disability, work towards the establishment of schools of specialization, including but not limited to mining schools, performing arts, sports, excellence in technical and agricultural schools. This will be done in collaboration with our social partners. Support the popularization of school sports to promote participation in sport activities as a career, healthy lifestyle, and social cohesion. We need to fast-track the establishment of multi-purpose arena with a 5,000 seating capacity. We must improve access to library and information services in rural areas, including providing mobile libraries where structures are not feasible. We must facilitate the registration of all privately owned early childhood development centers to create a provincial database. We must, without further delays, roll out e-learning programs in grade 10 and connectivity for teaching and learning in quintile 1, 2, and 3. Our children will start to receive tablets from grade 10 on this financial year. We want our people to be healthy wherever they are. That's why we are investing heavily on the overall health care, from school health care to every facet of wellness, be it physical or mental wellness. We are a caring ANC-led government. We are committing ourselves to reducing maternal mortality rate and neonatal mortality rate to the lowest possible figures. We are committing ourselves to make sure that all clinics and hospitals, by the end of this MTDP period, we want to ensure that they have reached an ideal health facility status and they are accredited to provide health care under the National Health Insurance Scheme. We further commit ourselves to 95 UNAIDS targets for people living with HIV/AIDS, that 95% should know their status, 95% be on treatment, and 95% achieving viral suppression. Honorable Speaker and members, the decision by USA to suspend and possibly terminate the support we have been receiving on combating HIV/AIDS came at a very difficult time given the current domestic and global economic environment. However, we are making plans to make sure that our HIV/AIDS program are sustained and our people get the services they deserve. Our plans are already in motion and will tap on other social partners to augment what we are already doing in that space. Our people should not panic. We are also paying special attention on the committed terrible crimes in some of our health facilities. A decision has been taken to arm security guards who work in our health facilities, in particular those that are open for 24 hours. The safety of our health workers is a priority. We urge community structures to work with the law enforcement agencies in fighting criminality. We have to protect our facilities, otherwise they may be forced to close much earlier they are supposed to. During this MTDP period, we'll embark on the following health infrastructure project: the construction of Lina Malaj. People must see dust now. We have finalized all the plans. People are going to see dust. Construction of Rob Ferreira Radiation Oncology Center, which will enable the province to completely treat cancer patients than relying in Gauteng. Construction of Mpumalanga Mental Health Hospital to provide mental health services. A rehabilitation facility in Babaton TB Hospital to provide nephrology services, modernize the delivery of healthcare services, and maximum utilization of available resources through implementation of telemedicine. In this 2025-26 financial year, the province is planning to build the following clinics, amongst others: Siabuswa CHC, Lebahang Clinic, Alexander Clinic, Langkloof Clinic, Lepiswane Clinic, Kinrose and Babaton Clinic, and so many health facilities that will be constructing. On the 19th of February 2025, Mpumalanga was the first province to launch the Provincial Council on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide in Secunda. The council is chaired by the Premier and assisted by a member of the civil society organization Sisonke Gender Justice, Ms. Nomalanga. I don't know whether she's invited or not, but she should have been invited. The establishment of the Provincial Council, which is comprised of expertise from different stakeholders, followed the promulgation of the National Council on Gender-Based Violence and Femicide Act in May 2024. The new legislation facilitates the establishment of this council, a statutory body charged with providing strategic leadership in the fight against gender-based violence and femicide in South Africa. This multi-sectoral council will strengthen the national efforts to combat gender-based violence using a more inclusive focus and better resource approach. During the current MTDP period, we will build the following social infrastructure projects: establishment and operationalization of the Kuseleka One-Stop Center to provide and protect the victims of GBV and femicide, as well as human trafficking. Construction of government-owned residential facility to provide care and protection for the elderly. 87%, as I have alluded to already, of households in this province have access to water, but this is a moving target as new informal settlements are mushrooming every year. 95.9% of our households have access to sanitation. 94% of our households have access to basic electricity. We are not doing well on access to refuse removal, which stands at 51%. The DDM program has been adopted by all 3 districts under one planned model. Before the end of this financial year, we will have built and completed all 1,174 houses which were left incomplete for various reasons. We are going to pay special attention and will complete this project this financial year. We want to improve our audit outcome from 5 clean audits to 80% by the end of the MTDP period. At least 8 or more municipalities must also achieve clean audits. We will continue to support municipalities on their financial recovery plan, improve their audit outcome, and assist them to implement their revenue collection strategy. While our government has since 1994 been at the forefront of promoting social cohesion and national reconciliation as a nation, we don't seem to have made progress in becoming a cohesive society characterized by high level of trust and shared vision for a common future. Our past history was filled with legislated polarization, forcing us to occupy our own corners through racism and social exclusion. This is in the past. We need to find one another, strive to find something that can make us one despite our different backgrounds. While sport and arts have in the main played its role in uniting us, it is not enough to only unite around sports and not find any other reason to be united. We believe that a provincial social cohesion dialogue is necessary for the people of Mpumalanga to unite behind one vision and common interest. As government will continue to support all signature events irrespective of their social orientation or interest, we also believe that we need to, among others, implement a social cohesion dialogue to combat racism, sexism, and other forms of intolerance. We'll continue with the implementation of signature events such as Mpumalanga Cultural Experience, Metro FM Awards, and support Art of Legend and Inibos Arts Festival, 013 Summer Blaze, Annual All-White Picnic, Dikoma Cultural Festival, Mpumalanga Show, and marathons. Financial support community-based structures that implement social cohesion programs in all districts will be prioritized. Promote preservation of living culture through financial support of cultural events, including imimemo that are organized by our traditional leaders. Coordinate national commemorative days and gold penning championship. Continue to undertake resistance and heritage liberation road project and review geographic names. Coordinate and participate in district and provincial tournaments for big walk, aerobics, youth month, women in sport and active projects on sport, festival and all other arts and cultural events, including school and community sport. The period under review saw a substantial decrease in some categories of crime, while there was an increase in others. One of the most heinous crimes that was on the increase is gender-based violence and femicide. This crime has been declared a second pandemic. It therefore demands that the community work together with the police in combating it. We'll be working closely with the newly installed Provincial Council on GBVF. Government has ensured that victim-friendly rooms and GBVF desks are established in 85 police stations, while in 5 police stations, police officers are still using their own offices. We'll continue to monitor the functionality of VFR to provide professional support to victims of crime and violence. I hope that we all know that we are supposed to be on the side of victims. We are declaring war on the perpetrators of GBVF. There are currently 15 well-resourced units located in the 3 districts and linked to the 90 police stations. The units deal with the victims of family violence, child abuse, and sexual offenses, and are managed by SARS, which also provide the required services such as child protection to abused children and exploitation cases. The province is collaborating with civil society organizations to educate communities to report such cases and the implication of the withdrawal of these cases. We want to discourage communities should be on the side of victims and must protect victims even against their own parents and their own uncles that must go and report cases. They should not be persuaded to withdraw these cases. Government will continue to roll out road safety education programs targeting public transport sectors such as taxi associations, taverns, pubs, schools, and other community-based formation. We have deployed traffic officers on a 24-hour basis to create visibility, maintain law and order for our roads, but above all, to save lives. We need to enhance the road safety strategy to improve on the enforcement of all traffic regulations and policies. The launch of the Highway Patrol in October 2024 yielded positive results. Many arrests were recorded along the N4, N17, and N12. Illegal firearms and other illicit substances were confiscated. CIT robberies are declining drastically in the province. To prevent and reduce crime, we need to intensify the implementation of integrated crime and violence prevention strategy so that we can make our people to feel safe and also to be safe. The President has indicated that local government challenges are also arising from the design of our local government system and has directed all of us that the white paper on local government be reviewed for a modern and fit for purpose for local government system. Many of the challenges in municipalities arise from the design of our local government system. We further directed a review of the funding model for municipalities for their sustainability, as the province will be participating on this initiative and will establish a provincial technical committee that will contribute to the review of the funding model for municipalities to change the face of local government. As part of our drive to stimulate growth and build an inclusive economy that creates jobs, Mpumalanga will be hosting some very significant events this year, which include, amongst others, I know that we said, even on the OLA, that we want to have a mining industry. I know that the one that is being organized now for next weekend, we have engaged with the department and we agreed that it will continue, but it's not a mining industry. a program that is initiated by ESCOM, and we are requesting our department to participate. We are going to have a mining indaba. We are invited, the Premier's office is invited to go there and engage with mining companies. I am going there to engage with them. They know that the purpose of my visit will be to go there and request them to be part of service delivery here in the province. But we want to thank you that you are already contributing. The only problem is that if you are contributing and you're not reporting, it means that we don't know what is happening. So we want to request that we must open that line of communication between the Office of the Premier and yourself. We are going to have our mining indaba, which will be bigger than the mining indaba that is hosted by Western Cape. But we're engaging next week. We are going to host Mpumalanga Investment Conference, scheduled to take place during the first quarter of the next financial year, where the province will showcase its readiness for foreign and domestic investment in various sectors, including mining and energy, agriculture, agri-processing, forestry, manufacturing and beneficiation, tourism and green energy. The province will be hosting the G20 ministerial visit in September 2025. Last year, the province hosted a number of G20 roadshows in which member states of the G20 showed tremendous interest in various sectors of our economy, including mining, tourism, renewable energy, and agriculture. We are also going to have a tourism investment conference here, which will be hosted in the province, but is planned by the National Department of Tourism. We are participating fully. Honorable Speaker and members, the solution to our problems lies with us, and the answers can be found within the problems themselves. There is no person who will come from other planets descending here to offer us solutions. We'll have to work together across party political divide, across races, across generational gaps, and confront our challenges head on as one nation. There is no place like Mpumalanga, a place of the rising sun, from whence our hope comes with each rising. Let us therefore make our province work for us all, for our children, for our children's children. One poetic musician, Duke Ellington, says, a problem is a chance for you to do your best. So in accordance with Ellington's words, our Honorable Speaker and members, the challenges that we encounter in our beautiful province and in South Africa as a whole are presenting us with an opportunity to rise above those challenges and do our best. We promised to complete Middelburg Hospital. We have done it. We promised to launch a provincial council for GBVF, and it has been launched. We promised to transfer some roads to Sandra, and we succeeded. Sithembise ukuthi kuzobunya ulithulu lapha eMpumalanga. Liyabuya. We promise to fill all vacancies, and we delivered. In our midst here, Madam Speaker, I would like to unveil the new from the box, the DG of our province, Ms. Megis Kosa. Oh, Megis Kosa. We are also introducing our new HODs. Ms. Gloria Mazubu, and Ms. Amy Srakala. Honorable Speaker, we make commitments and deliver. We promise less and do more, for we are captains of our soul. Failure is not an option. We must meet these commitments and deliver a better life for all. Nakes, Ndela kwa.
Thank you very much, Honorable Premier. For the well-delivered State of the Province address. Let me, before we go to the conclusion of the business day of today, acknowledge the presence of the following guests. I noted that some have been acknowledged already by the Premier, but in our midst we've got the President of Maputo Provincial Assembly, His Excellency Antonio Pascoe. There is also a Deputy Speaker of Parliament for the Kingdom of Eswatini, Mr. Madala Mhlanga. In our midst, there's Consul General of Mozambique in Mbombela, Mr. Costavio Josias da Gloria German. In our midst, we've got the former Speaker of the Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature, Mr. Sipho William Lubisi. There's our host executive mayor of the city of Mbombela, Councillor Sibongile Makusu. There is a clerk of Parliament for the Kingdom of Eswatini, Mr. Bernard Kaba. I have seen some deputy ministers in our midst, Madam Haule, Babe Mashobo, I know Madam Chali has confirmed, I don't know whether she's around. Let me acknowledge Hoshim Kwena, the President of Contralesa, and all our dignitaries that we have not recognized. Honorable members, Deputy Ministers, Tole, thank you very much for that. My apologies, honorable members. That is why I was saying some I have not noticed because they are very far. You are very much acknowledged, Honorable Sitole, Deputy Minister, thank you very much. Honorable members, we have now come. There's another one that I'm missing. Oh, the former Speaker of Mpumalanga Provincial Legislature, Mage Shongwe. Pardon me, honorable members, there might be those that I might not have seen, but let me recognize all of them that I might not have seen. You are all recognized and it is very much appreciated that you have honored this invitation and you are here with us. We are very much honored. Honorable members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, We've come to the end of business day today. You are all invited to a luncheon at the marquee next to the exit gate of the Riverside Government Complex. And honorable members and our distinguished guests, you are all requested to remain at your places until the procession has left the chamber. This concludes the business for the day today. The House is adjourned until Tuesday, the 4th of March, 2025 at 14 hours, 15 minutes in this very same chamber. Thank you very much.
All right. Number now, I know. Advocate.
expecting anything in Mpumalanga because the current government and the previous government of the ANC have shown that it does not have capacity to deliver services to our people.
Yes, thank you. Sebo.
Number one. Oh, no.
It's main opposition party Mkonto Wesizwe. We need to have protocol.
Just your comments about the speech this morning.
It was rhetoric, I must say, lies again, and he's repeating what he promised the last SONA 2024. Issues the bridges, Emalahleni, he mentioned the same thing. Issues zokuthi, I mean, it's just promises. Tembisile Hani promised 4 bridges, and we'll be building 17 other bridges, nothing like that. They are saying they'll be rehabilitating old buildings, building new schools. Kunabo Vovelkop in Verena, a school for children with special needs. They are not taking care of that school. That needs to be closed. It's not actually a habitable environment. There are schools which are closed, which are not being used because they don't have students. But then they are building more schools instead of sitting down and taking stock and making sure that they rearrange those. I mean, the Mpumalanga Hospital is a non-starter. They don't have medication. JS Moroka, they don't have a hospital. They use Mamitlake, which is very much far. They are not even allowed to go to Denelton Hospital because it's in another province. Those things are not addressed. Mkondo, there's no TVET college. And he's speaking about other priorities, not making sure that there's needs of the communities. Speaking about water, they would speak about the taps which are there and installed, but then we are not speaking about access to water. I mean, it's just a rhetoric.
Can you also speak about the issue of the disputes in the MK in the Makderi party?
I would say that issue, the Secretary General has spoken about it, the issue of the cancellation of the membership, and indeed the membership, the letter has been prepared, has been delivered to her electronic communication, and then it will also be delivered, hand-delivered today. So that is a non-starter because I think as Mkonto Wesizwe, the main opposition party, our focus now, we will be going back to check the lies which the Premier spoke about, the lies he repeated now, all collective, we will be there taking stock. All our people will be going there to check the lies which he was saying. The hospital which he's saying is building, the clinics, those projects, we will ourselves go and check them as the communities, whether they are done, come back and hold them to account. Thank you.
Is the MK not worried that it's going to lose some of its members, especially with the N5 teams, the Sugar Party?
It's only one person, and I don't think why the media is blowing it out of proportion. It's a non-starter, actually, because the president of Mkonto Wesizwe is appointing anyone he would want to appoint. Remember, we don't have a conference. We are not elected. He'll appoint, he will then dismiss anytime. So I don't think people need to be confused about that. Our focus should be 2026 and 2029, local government 2026, and the national elections. There's no confusion, there's no problem. The detachment has been appointed. I'm the convener of the province. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Are you ready? Just a comment on this one.
Can we go? As the Democratic Alliance, we are very disappointed with the speech. The Premier ended off with what they have done as government for the past 8 months. In our point of view, very little and not accurate, because he spoke about projects that are finished that we know are not finished and are not operationalized. Again, we heard the same promises on infrastructure projects, the same promises on opportunities that will be created, the same promises on many things we've heard before, but no new concrete plans, no actual plans to implement and change the lives of residents of Mpumalanga. So very, very disappointed on this State of the Province address. Thank you so much.
Can you please stand here? One step back. One step back. One step back. Can you please get your comment on this? Can you please action?
The speech was well delivered. There are areas where we completely disagree. One of those areas is the NHI, National Health Insurance. We believe, and my party believes, it's dangerous. We simply can't afford it. Then we're talking about infrastructure. We believe that there is not enough funding for infrastructure because the infrastructure in our province is collapsing. We are specifically referring to coal haulage, taking the coal to the harbours. We believe rebuilding the roads is not the answer. We believe that coal haulage should be reverted back to rail haulage. It must be done by rail transport and not by rail transport, because these coal trucks are demolishing our roads. Then the Premier touched on reducing unemployment. I got the feeling that he believed that government should do that. We do not agree with that. Winning nations right around the globe believe that you must leave economic development and job creation to the private sector, to private enterprise. And I got the feeling that the Premier believes that government should do that. It's not the function of government to create jobs. It's the function of private enterprise. That is more or less where we disagree. Otherwise, he touched on infrastructure, building more roads. We support that. But we still believe that not enough funds are apportioned to rebuilding our infrastructure in the province and building new infrastructure. We believe that not enough money and funds are going towards that. That's basically how we feel.
Mary Paddy. One step back. Yeah. Your action, but before the action, let's start here. We just saw it now that the membership the response to that. The membership in the MKP apparently has been terminated. We just saw the letter. The action plan. No, remember that has been set aside with court last year, December on the 3rd. And therefore there's nothing to be able to discuss because that matter is not there. It's like the letter is null and void.
Your reaction to the speech?
You know, it is just unfortunate that our government is recycling the speech on a yearly basis. Remember that they pride themselves of creating about 300,000 jobs, whereas they do that on the speech, but they never implement it. They spoke about building hospitals, but the current hospitals in the province are deteriorating in an amazing way. So if you look at the current status, one would have expected the Premier to say that we are prioritizing the basic services of our communities more than saying that this is what we are willing to be doing. So it's more implementation, and one cannot show results of 3 projects and say that we have achieved, whereas we have gone backwards as a country.
Can you go back to the first question? In all this confusion in letters, reports, are you not worried as the MKP that you're going to be losing support because now people are not sure if there's this leadership or that one in leadership?
It's not about who's the leader in the province. It is all about what the policies, the law of the country says, and the processes, internal processes to be followed. And here we are sitting with another divert of something that did not happen. No internal processes were followed, and then they are writing on top of the set-aside matter. So there's nothing to talk about that matter here.
Are you still going to challenge the...
There's nothing to challenge. How do you challenge something that has already been set aside by the court? Thank you.
MK. Now you're married, come to lady. Nang cheer.
We're excited as the ANC from what the Premier presented. For the first time, Premier accounted on what he has promised to do during the OLA.
Now, we expected that to happen, and it has happened. He has indicated as well a new project that will be undertaking the next financial year. The key issue is the mining industry. As a province of Mpumalanga, we are in mining areas. That's one area that we're interested. The second issue that he has mentioned very high is the tourism. We are a tourism provinces. What we can do as a province is to get everybody, including the local people, to participate in the tourism of the area. We are quite happy of the police action in terms of responding, because when the crime is low, our people will be able to travel. And all those issues Premier has covered them. One of the critical areas the Premier has mentioned is about the planning in terms of the local government. You can see the people, they stay anywhere. Premier has announced a provincial planning commission or committee that will be attended by Coxstar, and we are going to do that because we believe very strong if we can have a good planning from local, district, at the end of the day, the provincial planning, we are able to achieve exactly what we want. So I'm quite happy as the ANC, and we are looking forward to the implementation of this project. In particular, we have big projects like your Linamalachi that was announced by the former Premier, as well as the Metalberg and Mapulani. We are looking for those institutions to be opened, and we are quite happy.
The secretary must represent the AC, please. Yeah, please.
Right? Reaction to the speech.
The ANC in Mpumalanga is quite excited and happy for the fact that the Speaker, the Premier, has correctly responded to our Mafuta resolutions. And we also appreciate the progress made since the last address of the legislature. And of course, we're on a course to respond and make sure that we improve and change the lives of our people. A very great speech indeed. Jabon. Thank you.
Action SA. Action SA. Shut the board.
All of us. Hey, that's why I'm the best spokesperson. I didn't know. I don't pull my Colin.
Just a red one. Yeah, I'm going to do a red. Yeah. For 2 o'clock.
But we can go for the briefing. Do you want that?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the food. Please, thank you.
Who wanted the briefing?
They want the food. Ariane,
let's go. I don't know. It's the usual place.
Yeah, I'm doing a mock, then I'm coming. I see him, sir. Wait until we're done with what? Shut up.
On that side.
I understand.
We are live. And then what I was saying is that the mock live we can ask MCR. I know that they're getting this. You can do your mock live
Now,
and then we ask MCR to record it.
ask them to record now.
Yeah.
But we need to move. Except, what are the llamas? What's the name?
SOPA mock. Mock. Mock.
Okay, you're getting us. Yeah, that
Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to you and to the viewers at home. As you can see behind me, members of the MPL and also guests are outside the government complex in Mbombela, where we just heard a 62-page by the Premier of Mpumalanga, you know, making promises and of course reflecting on some of the milestones that they've reached in the last 7 months of the previous State of the Province address. But of course, soon after that, we've heard views from the different political parties who are here in attendance, with some saying this speech is rhetorical. These are the things that have been repeated over and over and again, saying that he's listed a number of things that the ANC government has achieved in the last 7 months in this province, saying that those things are not true. Also saying that they're going to hold the government accountable, especially based on what the speech has been saying. I mean, the EFF, the MKP, the DA is also not pleased with what we have heard here in the speech. Of course, the Premier of Mpumalanga spoke mostly about creating jobs, you know, for young people, spoke about mining, making sure that mining in this province takes a preference to ensure that jobs are created for young people. But these opposition parties, or opposition political parties rather, are saying that is not true. Many of these things are not going to happen. Many of these things have not happened. I mean, looking back at last year's speech. But also interesting enough, we saw MKP, Mpumalanga convener, Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane, earlier on telling the SABC and other media houses that Mary Pardee has been served the letter of termination. We also got a chance to speak with Mary Pardee, who's saying that, but the court said that she is the convener of the Mpumalanga province. So those are some of the dynamics and politics, especially in the MK party in the Mpumalanga province, which we are also looking at. We also heard from Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane that they're going to open a case against Mary Pardee and the Speaker of the Legislature on Monday, you know, based on what they are finding in their records, saying that Mary Pardee has been misspending the party's funds. But those are some of the things, obviously, that will be on the ground and keeping tabs and bringing to the viewers at home. But in a nutshell, the state of the province address here in Mpumalanga has concluded. We have heard the Premier of the province saying what they're going to be doing as a government, and of course calling on the private sector to join hands with government to ensure that young people, especially in this province, are employed, to ensure that roads are fixed, to ensure that water is being given to the people as it should, and of course the issue of electricity, saying that they're going to tackle those issues by also speaking on the issue of agriculture, saying that they're also going to invest in the agricultural sector in the province and ensure that young people get the jobs. For now, it's back to you in studio. You were saying?
From here, can you put on something? But I need to write quickly.
You've never been here.
What I'm fine like this. Are we not gonna get to the can I have the other guys?
The other guys who are living.
Where are you going?
The pen, what are you trying to do?
No, but then he was just doing college just now.
Yeah, he's going to college just now. He's the
But
one.
just give him
Give him your card or something. No.
You're not leaving.
Oh, I thought maybe
Go and train because I need to.
I think Mbonangena ya list. Go no Mike. Show me my friend.
Why must he not do?
And?
How much are you going to spend on this program of equipping your children from grade 10 with tablets? Do you have a budget, Lou? This is the question that is rising, whether I've got a budget or not. We have a budget. I know the budget, by the way, because they will brief me even before we go and address our people, or the MEC for Finance table the budget. So I'll know what is there. We have a budget of 650 million in total for this project. We are saving because for this financial year, we will not this for this year. We are giving grade 10. We are starting with grade 10 next financial year, but we are continuing with grade 12 now. So grade 12 will be receiving their gadgets this year to utilize them this year. And the gadgets that they are utilizing will remain our property for the next 3 years. The lifespan of this gadget that we are giving grade 12 learners, 3 years. So the department will retain this gadget for 3 years. So they are utilizing it this year and leave it next year for grade 11. So we will not be buying for grade 11. Grade 11 will utilize this gadget. We are buying from grade 10 because we want our children to remain with this gadget for 3 years. They will utilize them in grade 10. And then when they go to grade 11, they will migrate to grade 11 with this gadget and to grade 12. Since their lifespan is 3 years, after 3 years, they may take the gadget. We want to do that because we think that if we give them in grade 10, they will keep them knowing that is their property. Even families will assist them to keep this gadget. But what is happening now in grade 12, we have got so many kids that they are in the process. They misplace this gadget. Others, they don't take care of this gadget to take care of them in classes. So this one, grade 11, they will use this gadget. Grade 10, when we'll buy this financial year, which start now from March. They will start to utilize them next year, January. They will be getting this gadget next year, January. And then from January next year, then they will utilize it in the next 3 years. So, but in short, I'm explaining something that you did not need from me, did not need an explanation. You wanted just to check if we have got money for this program. Let me say that indeed we have got money for this program. We are starting on this financial year. The money is there. Water is a challenge. I accept that it is a challenge. We did not say that everybody in Mpumalanga or every household in Mpumalanga is getting water. We said 87%. We have got 13% of households that they are not having access to clean water. In certain areas, they are still giving people water tankers. They are using water tankers to distribute water in other areas, of which is not a problem to me. It only becomes a problem if they abuse it, because we are getting a report that in certain areas, people will tamper with water supply because they want to use their water tankers. They now use water tankers to make business, so they disrupt water service. It is a problem if there is some service providers that are doing that, but the community must protect this infrastructure. It's not the infrastructure of government. It is the infrastructure of all of us. We are not only important when we go for elections. Even after elections, you must come and assist us to lead, assist us also to take care of our infrastructure. There is a finding of SOPA, Mr. Mann, and it seems as if there is nothing that the Premier is doing. I thought that there is art to study the month contraction. You will see that the Premier is working. So there is so much that we are doing. I received a report from SOPA. We'll be engaging with the chairperson of SOPA because they've made some recommendations there. Like they're saying that Premier, charge, this is what they're saying, charge the HOD. So we said that we are going to engage with the chairperson of SOPA. In the department, when I wanted to intervene, they said to me that already they've decided to take this matter to SIU. Then we said that SIU is also our institution. Maybe we can give them an opportunity to deal with it so that maybe they will also assist us to come with recommendations that will assist all of us. So we're dealing with this matter. It is in my table. We engage with the HOD. We agreed in principle that in future don't want to fight with the HOD of education on tenders, on construction. I want to fight with the HOD because our children are not getting necessary support. We must leave construction to the Department of Public Works, Roads and Transport. That is what I raised also with the MEC. But in short, you must know that we are paying special attention. By the way, we pay special attention on everything. If you can write something today about the Premier, you must know. You may not know. The president will fall. And who want me to clarify what is happening in Mpumalanga? So you must know that anything that you see, anything that you read, if it's about our government, we'll have to act. So we're paying special attention. At the right time, you will get, you are going to be informed. We are conducting workshops because we realize that sometimes people are complaining. They will complain that they are not getting an opportunity to do business with us. while they are not even participating. When I was the MEC for Public Works, I was confronted by business people from Hartbeespoort. They said that they were seeing the list of service providers on the database, but most of the service providers, according to them, were coming from Bombay. We wanted to know if they have participated. They said no. And we said that you will not participate. You will not be considered if you are not participating. You will not participate if you are not participating. So you must participate for you to be considered. So we must have to conduct a workshop also in Hartbeespoort. We agreed that by that time that we will also conduct some workshops there. I think we conducted some few workshops in various municipalities in Hartbeespoort. So we'll accept this invitation that must also conduct a workshop. Fresh produce market law. Every day, when I was first appointed, on my first meeting with the Premier, she said, "Lo, we must bring fresh produce market here on the table, complete Mkondo boarding school. I want Mkondo boarding school here." So where we are, we think that we have been trying. That's why in terms of our plan, is that by April, according to us, we are going to operationalize fully because we think that we are currently at roughly at 80, 90 something %. So we think that we may be able to complete the instruction that I have given the Department of Agriculture and Public Works and the DED is that we want them to complete that project, and the deadline is the end of April. And there is a commitment from our employees that they are not going to disappoint. It's not only the only project, this one, also on pond. I told them we wanted this project to be complete by the end of February. The commitment that we are getting from the department is that by mid-March, they are going to complete that project. So according to our plan, we will be operationalizing fresh produce market. You can see that our plans are centered around this important project. Without this project, then we will not be able to meet most of our commitments. And I said that when we make a commitment ourselves, we consider it done. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much, Premier. Let's take another round of hands. We're going to take let's take 5 this time around as we draw to a close. We're going to start with Mr. Sipo. That will be A, and then 2, and that will be B, and then from this side we'll take a she as in C, and then we'll have Mr. Skosana. That will be D. Okay, let's have just last one as in E. Okay, we're going to take you as the last one. All right, in that order. Okay, we'll make you F. All right, in that order, please. One question in the interest of time. Yeah. Another session, yeah. We've already considered it, yeah.
The only question nobody is asking in corruption, and since you came to office, they said you did almost everything as a person of Mpumalanga. But only one specific question is just inside the stadium, because in there, even a team was able.
Which one?
Sabi Stadium.
Sabi Stadium.
Sabi Stadium, yeah. But just for directive, like I said, is it in the SOPA? Let's deal with SOPA. Focus.
It's fine. What is happening?
Is it? Okay, let's take that one as per the approval of the people. Okay. you very much. B.
My question is on the G20 summit tourism that is coming soon. My question is, what's the plan for a province to maximize on this opportunity and make sure that SMEs in the tourism sector or tourism they benefit through the in-house? I know you said sponsored by the or managed by the national office, but what's the plan to maximize and make sure? And then at the same time, what's the plan to make sure that the citizens of Mpumalanga are aware of what you're doing? Because I realize that many people are not aware, even of the national. What's the commitment from the province to make sure that people, the media, that the community is aware? And then lastly, actually the meeting is Africa, the biggest tourism summit. I've only noticed that only 5 businesses were sponsored through MPA, part of the summit, to showcase the province of Mpumalanga. Yet you are saying, as a province, you are committed to make sure that tourism grows from the 5.3% to 8%. What's the plan exactly to make sure that the province grows and everyone is supported in the sector?
Right, thank you. That was B, and then let's go to C.
Which one?
Parliamentary village.
Oh. There's still no electricity, there's still no water. I think that's what we was asking. So then again, we have 51, if I'm not mistaken, legislature members where on rental you spend more than 30,000 every month for all the members pay on rental. Shouldn't we prioritize finishing that project and then we divert the money to basic services like the water, everything that we are dealing with on a daily basis?
Okay, that was C, and then D.
You mentioned that in this financial year alone, we are going to achieve about 60,000 jobs per annum. The last quarter of the last quarter means by say between December, it compares the province to have made at least 18,000 in that particular quarter. So are you well within your target, considering that Mpumalanga is there? Yes, we part of the top 5 that created jobs, but the least in terms of the 30,000 mark. Would you be able to achieve the 60,000 in the financial year? Is it this financial year or next financial year?
Okay, let's take E. Last but not least, and that will be E. Mbuleni. Can you repeat the forum? If you can speak up, because we can hardly.
Day?
Yeah. The what? The forum. Yeah. Oh, okay, state. Or Central Planning Forum. Central Planning Forum. The Central Planning Forum, what will be the core function of it? All right, then that takes care of the last round of hands that you have considered. Mr. Premier, over to you.
People of Mpumalanga are not well informed about services that government is giving to our people. It's a very good concern. One day I complained in a meeting because everybody was complaining about service delivery. And I said that you are in the engine room of service delivery. But you are also complaining about service delivery. Others were complaining about corruption, while they are supposed to deal with corruption. So today, I'm in a meeting. It's not a meeting. I'm engaging with you. That you are the link between ourselves and our communities. We must give them information. Why are we not giving them information? Unless if we have got wrong people. Yeah? So I will request you, I will repeat what was said by one boy from here in the province who was playing golf with President, who told President that please up your game. President, please, man. So I will also want to request you that, hey, please, we must inform our people. We will also try to link direct with our communities. We have got business forums in all our municipalities. LED forums are there. So we'll try to utilize all these structures to give information to business people so that they will benefit. There is so much that is happening, and we'll expect our people to benefit. When you are in former Kwandebele, but it's Funak so move. So we want also every person that has got a company here in Mpumalanga also to benefit. Parliamentary village. Everything that you are saying is correct. We want this parliamentary village to be finalized and hand over to the legislature. Not today, but yesterday. But were disrupted. They were disrupted by construction mafias, were disrupted even by the community. And Matafin, the MEC is crying every day. He requested the MEC for community safety to assist him. And the MEC said that I'm getting invitation every day from all municipalities to go and assist them, because every day when we wake up, there are those that when we want to give services to our people, they are disrupting us. So they'll want the MEC, and he said that I will not be everywhere. But we said that on this way, we're going to pay special attention. I will lead from the front. I want to go to Matafin and ensure that we complete this project. We can't be disrupted by construction mafias. Will not hand over this country to construction mafias. We are happy that at the provincial level, a senior police officer has been appointed to deal with construction mafias, one per province. So we are going to pay special attention. We want to complete. Already we have started to engage with the Matafini Trust, because initially when we built the parliamentary village, our target was 30. And the population of the legislature has been now increased from 30 to 51. So we are also negotiating for extra space there so that we can accommodate the 21 new members. Though we did not mention figures about projects that we'll be implementing. Yeah, we're still going to have budgets that are going to be delivered by MSCs. If you check, I did not even mention all the projects. You go to education, I mentioned some few, but in total we'll be building 29 schools in the province. So we decided that we must avoid figures, but it doesn't mean that we don't have figures. I have figures for the province, even the projects that we have implemented. But on this one, because we wanted just to appreciate the good work that the private sector is doing in the province, we decided to be truthful and to be transparent to the people of Mpumalanga. They have given us 200,000, 200 million, not thousand, out of the 350. We also have got mining companies that have donated to us police vans. Others are building clinics for us. Others building schools for us. We appreciate the work that they are doing, but we do have figures that we can share with you. Our target was 100,000 for Ola. We said that in Ola, by that time in the province, we had 1,250,000 people that were working, and we wanted to have a target of 2.2 million. So we said that for us to get 2.2 million, we came with a target. Just to do mathematics, those that are doing mathematics, that if you want to have 20 buses, then you'll just decide that out of 10 buses that I have, I'm going to buy extra 10 buses without looking if you have got a capacity to purchase these 10 buses. So we said that we must be realistic. If you can check SOPA and compare it with all the presentations that we have been giving, not only the province, including national, in terms of NDP target. The target will tell you in terms of unemployment that we must have 6%. Now, when we engage national, they are no longer going to talk about 6% because it's not realistic. So also ourselves here, the 60,000, we think that is realistic. But on operationalization of this international fresh produce market, this we said that is minimum. We can have more than 60,000. Illegal mining, it is a challenge in the country. The mining industry will also address this problem of illegal mining, not only here in Mpumalanga, in the country. We know that in certain areas, when we deal with this problem, our sisters who were together with you, when they were fighting us in Pilgrim Rest, that were fighting wrong people, this is what they said, that they were fighting wrong people, they are paying them rental, they are buying from their shops. They don't think that according to them, illegal mining is a victimless crime. This is what they told us. So it's a complex problem that we must have to deal with, and we want to invite all of you that let's deal with this problem once and for all, because it is affecting our economy. What is worse is that in Savi, more than 90% of the people that they were trapped there in Savi, they are coming from outside, and they don't even benefit those people that have been recruited to come here and work in mining, when they are working there, they don't benefit anything. They don't get even payment. So it is a challenge that we must have to deal with it. Illegal mining is a problem, but it needs multifaceted approach. It's not a problem that needs only the government. We must work together. We said that we must have one planning as department. Sometimes we have got different plans from departments that will not converge. Parallel planning at the district level, that's why we have got one plan. So we think that it will be proper also to have a forum at a provincial level that will be managed by the Department of Costa. So we're not establishing another entity separate from our department. So that is what I think we, for now, one can say.
I'm not sure if you want to conclude on the G20 tourism in our
G20.
Yeah, G20. What is it that we are doing to market, to showcase it, for people to know about it?
Yeah, he said people don't know about it. I thought that maybe I should not use a black. Yeah, there were two questions. But what we are doing, I think we must all understand that where we are not yet at the implementing stage. We're still at an initial stage where we have established structures. We have got task teams that have been established that is representing also Mpumalanga at the national level. We met with the minister. Our first engagement officially was with the Minister of Tourism. She came here in the province. We agreed that we'll establish a team that is going to work on this G20 ministerial engagement that is going to take place here. First, we're even engaging whether we have enough beds. Here in the province, there were certain ministers that they wanted to convince us that we don't have enough rooms here in Mpumalanga. But we are happy because the Minister of Tourism disputed this notion. So we're happy that we'll have Minister of Tourism and other ministers of G20 that they will be coming here. We have got also Minister of Planning that is also intending to come to the province. We're still going to engage. We also have, I think, the last minister that also wanted education, that they also want to come to the province. So we are going to engage. I thought that we have got forums in the province, tourism forums and other forums that are part of the stakeholders of our departments here. So we'll encourage those that they want to participate in business, that they should not work in isolation. They must be part of all these forums because we will be engaging. We'll try to, in the main, we'll try to engage with forums, with stakeholders. So if you are working alone in your corner, sometimes you'll not get all the necessary information, but we'll try to engage, and we're requesting you also to disseminate information to our community.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Premier. I think that then takes care of all the questions that have been raised, and that then also brings us to the end of this session. I want to